I am Extreme from Extreme Gaming. This is Jimmy G from the Experience here on Twitch and Facebook. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode. And we had some issues to start the show again. I can't wait to get my new started because then a lot of my issues will stop being issues. That and more memories. So welcome everyone. And I am bitch and moan for the first 30 minutes of the show like I did last week. I do want to say this. So I did not realize that I have things. And one of those is probably the coolest thing that's ever happened. And then by that I mean I can get paid 24 hours after I've worked. Like, case in point, I worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays. Cool. I can get paid 24 hours later. Just like that. Now, it's not the whole, amount of money I would have made. It's about 40, they do withhold and they also withhold the taxes, estimates and everything. But I mean, it's still almost half of what I earned that day I can get the next day, right in my pocket. It's fucking awesome. I don't have to fucking wait for bed. Although my girlfriend was like, "Yeah, we're just spending your money way faster if you do that."
No, what's yours?
No, we're not married. Fuck.
You'll learn.
No.
Married or not, bro, you'll learn.
No. Especially when she goes out. I love her to death.
This guy says no, but reality means is I've got no control, and if I want to keep what I got, I'm gonna have to cave.
Let's put it this way. Yeah, not especially after she just bought clothes. Yeah, fuck no. In 2 weeks, I am getting a PS5. I already told her this. So anyhow.
There's a $500 purchase that's not necessary.
Not $500 because I get it 50% off. So I'm either going to spend $400 or I'm going to get the digital for $320. That's the only reason I'm justifying it. It's because for this month, Target employees get an additional 5% off. We get 10% by default if we have a red card, 5%. And then on top of that, they're giving us an additional 5%. And so I look at it like I could spend for something, the disc version, or $320 or $350 for the digital. Or this month, with the money I've got coming in, I can either spend $400 flat, get the disc version, which is the same price as the digital, or I can spend $320 digital. Yeah, whichever one is available in 2 weeks. I've already told you. I'm keeping some of the money from this check, between $160 and $200, and on my next check, whatever I have. There you go. I'm getting it. The day it comes out. The day I get paid, I'm fucking going to the store. Because I know we'll have it. So, yeah. Anywho, in fact, as of right now, we have 4 sitting in our stock. But you can't order them. For some asinine reason, you cannot buy them. You physically have to go to the store and ask for them. If you wait till it comes available, on download, for the app to say, okay, you can buy it, that app does not get updated daily, whatever. And when we have those sales where PlayStation 5s come out, send us a shipment. Yeah, those are special sales, and that's almost all done through Target's warehouse distribution. It's not done by our stores. So I recently found that out. I was like, oh, wait a minute. So how often do we get these in? Twice. And they both have. Cha-ching! Yeah, no, I told her about it, and she was like, "No, we have to do this, we have to do that," and I'm all, "Why do I have to pay your card? Why do I have to pay for your card? I don't have any stuff. Like, yes, I use it. I pay for the gas, I do that, but why do I have to pay all this other stuff that I'm not getting credit for?" My brother turns on the vacuum. I swear to God, I thought it was my arm going off in his house. But no, like, she and I talked about it. She basically said, like, look, I know you want to do this, and if you don't dump it in one check, fine. I'm like, all right, fine. If you can't buy clothes like you. She's all, point taken, and that was the end of the conversation. As soon as I dropped that, she was like, oh, fuck that.
Fair enough. Moving on.
Yeah. So, anywho, I'm just gonna say this right now. This week's episode of Game of Thrones made me very, very uncomfortable.
Why?
Have you seen this week's episode?
Yeah.
The Uncle Nista. That made me uncomfortable.
See, and I called that out before it even happened. Like, I'm like, I gonna say that. And Jill told me, she goes, didn't they say that was going to be a thing on like the coming next episode or whatever? And I was like, I missed it if they did.
They did. They have alluded to it in the making behind the scenes stuff, featurettes they do. They had definitely alluded to it, and they've definitely alluded to it in the show. But to see it as visceral as it was, the element of the story didn't bother me. It was the visceral imagery that was put on screen of the uncle doing this to his niece. But the part of it that made it, I guess I wouldn't say okay, but like eye-opening, was here he is trying to do this to cause this whole issue so that, you know, in a sense, powers, he couldn't follow through. And it shows that he does definitely love his niece. This wasn't just a power move, you know, because he's the heartless bastard. He clearly has a heart and has a conscience. And so it showed a little bit of that. It just still, I mean, the fact that he was there is like, damn. But it's Game of Thrones, and the reality is, even though this is a story, this kind of thing did happen back then. It was that to happen, sadly. Yeah. But for me, as a guy with two nieces, it's like, I was watch. And just, it felt so just vile. And it made me really, like, it made my skin crawl because I couldn't believe he was actually doing this. Yo, I get it. You want the throne, but
see, and it didn't come across to me as it was a throne of power play. It came across to me as
it definitely came across.
I'm trying to save her, and I want her for myself.
Yeah, that's not how it came across for me. It very much, when I was watching the episode, I knew this was going to happen inevitable because just the way the characters set up. But I was still kind of hoping this, like, that intense. I did not expect it to go. So that caught me off a little bit. But the character and the story they've been telling, yeah, I saw it going there. I just, like I said, totally thrown off. And uncomfortable about it. But that was, and they explained in the featurette, that was kind of the point. They wanted you to have this watching it because they wanted you to be like, are you really that desperate for the And I mean, they even indicate in the featurette that's what the whole thing is about. He was basically trying to use his niece to get power. And by doing this thing to her, it would force the king's hand. It didn't work out the way he anticipated because the king kind of snapped out of it for a minute. Like, holy shit, he snapped out of it hard in this episode.
See, I look at it like it's going to force the king's hand, but it's going to force it in the way of making his other child, being the son, king over her. Not so much as her getting in control faster.
So if you watch the episode,
Which I did.
ultimately, I know you did, but if you watch it really, really closely, he became fully aware of what was happening when, with the hand and with his brother, and he very quickly was like, no, fuck the both of them. At the end of the episode, he basically had the priest take his daughter the morning after. That's basically what it was. And it was like, damn, that happened at the end. I was like, oh, yeah, he's pissed. In every way, he's pissed. And so this is his way of not only punishing his daughter for what she did actually do, but also to kind of like humiliate in some degree. Because he's
I'm in
pissed
charge,
off.
not you.
Yeah, and it's just, again, this is Game of Thrones. This is how the era of the world was like. And it's upsetting to see in some ways, because it's like, you preach about loving your daughter and wanting what's best for her and all this, but you're willing to use her as a tool for your advantage. Yeah, that's kind of fun in every way. And I was kind of hoping the king had a little bit of succeed. Clearly not. As we already know, obviously, he's forced that this is going to happen. You're going to become your cousin's wife. You're going to give him heirs and all this stuff. But that's the only way she can still retain her seat and basically still ascend the throne. As of now, as of this episode and what I'm guessing is happening in the next episode, she still slated to become queen. Like, that hasn't changed yet. Because he named her heir, unless she does something so really fucked up, which I don't know if she does or not. I don't remember all the stories from Game of Thrones. I don't know how this goes. But if she does,
In the list of kings, her brother is king, not her.
Okay. See, I did not know that. Like, God's honest truth, I did not know that. So,
Yeah, as they go through the list of the names and who's doing what, her brother's name is on that list of kings or in the chair.
okay. So obviously she ultimately loses it. Like, she isn't going to be which kind of sucks, because I was kind of digging the idea of her being queen. But clearly something is going to happen and he ends up in power. So, I'm interested to see where this continues. As I remember correctly, her brother is the last of her bloodline that's going to hold the throne. Like, he ends up getting fucked somehow or something. If I remember that correctly.
I don't remember. I'd have to go back and pay attention again. But I do know that Aegon is.
Well, either way, it's very, like, Game of Thrones is definitely one of those shows. You have to look at it with very open eyes and really pay attention to everything that's going on, or you're gonna miss something. Because as we were watching this week's episode, my girlfriend looks over at me, like, right as it ends, it goes, so, okay, I may have missed something. Explain this part to me. And I tell her what I remember, and she's like, so what's going on? I'm like, definitively, I have no idea. But this is what I think is going on. And then we're watching the credits roll. And sure enough, as soon as the credits finish rolling, we get the teaser, and I'm like, oh, yep, I was right. So, yeah. That's the only thing I hate about it. I want to kind of kick back, relax, and just absorb what's coming in. But at the same time, I enjoy having to really pay attention to every little detail. Like, in the brothel, you knew someone was following. Like, you had to know, just from the way things were playing out, someone was following them. Either because the prince had set it up that way, or because somebody who's trained in power, i.e. the hand, someone was going to be following the princess and getting discredited in some way. And clearly that happened, obviously. But I don't think it was the hand in this instance. It's never actually confirmed that it was the hand that did this. He admitted to, yes, having her followed, but this was not one of his actual performances. It was the prince's wife or whatever. I don't know. His side bae, I guess. She apparently was the boy comes back to her, puts the money in her hand. And I'm like, was he paying her money from the informant, or I'm confused. What happened? See, that little bit was not explained in the episode, but it's clear something's up.
The way that I saw that with the payment and how that was portrayed was you're being paid for your silence. Thank you for reporting it. Here's what you're due. Now keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I saw it.
Whatever the case may be, they even said it in the behind the scenes thing. The Game of Thrones is absolutely being played right now. In this show, at this point, we are full on in the Game of Thrones. There fully is an attempt to reach it out. Something is going on. The chessboard is set up, the pieces are in play, pieces have been moved, the game is getting serious now. We know there's a huge jump after this next episode because the actresses that play the princess and the queen have older versions that are coming the other half of the season. I think the next episode is the last episode with the younger versions. We're going to see like a huge jump after that, which will probably explain a lot after this episode, and hopefully explain some of the little things that are happening in this episode. I don't know. I'm enjoying it though, as much as I hate to admit that. For fucking James. And yeah.
I mean, I don't know why you're getting mad at me for enjoying it. You know?
It's just supposed to be, I guess. It's definitely a fucking girlfriend. And she's like, you like it. And now I like it. Fuck. Although she did try, she's been trying to get me to watch the show. And I watched the first episode. And I didn't watch the first episode. I don't want to have two shows that I have to really think about watching like this. And this one is really just this is Bizarro. And unlike Game of Thrones, it's clearly mythical and fictional, the patient, it gave me this uncomfortable feeling because this could and probably has happened in reality. Like very recently, I have a funny, bizarre feeling that something like that's happened. So yeah, she pushed it and pushed it. I watched like maybe half of the episode and was like, nope. And she's all, what'd you think? And I'm like, I didn't even watch the whole thing. Why not? Just no. I have to think too much. I don't want to think. It's one of the reasons why I enjoy video games sometimes. I don't have to think. It's just smash the button. Here you go. You know? Um, so yeah, I do admit there's a lot of television out that's come out this year specifically that does that. That really forces you to sit there and process every little bit of what's going on. And it's like, I want entertainment like that, but not all at once. And that's kind of what happened. Like you have Game of Thrones coming out, you have The Patient, there's a couple other things, and you really have to think about what's going on to fully grasp the story and get into it. For me, that's just too much. I don't know if that's something you're into, but nah, I'm good. I'm good. I got enough thinking I got to do. No,
I
no.
see. I don't mind the thinking stuff. Like those are the thriller movies that I truly enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, well, then you might like The Patient. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you check it out. You probably will like it. I'm not into that kind of stuff to begin with. Like suspense, like thriller type stuff. Like that's just never been my bag. I prefer comedy, adventure, action, that kind of stuff. I'm all for. I like a little bit of suspense mixed in, but I like Jackie Chan films. There's a little bit of suspense, a little bit of drama, some comedy, and some action. It's a good mix and it's entertaining. I don't like the strong like, okay, this is purely a thriller, even though or a horror films. Like, just no, I don't like that shit. It just you have to think too much, and I just want to relax and enjoy it. That's just my personal preference, though. I'm not saying people are wrong for liking that stuff. Enjoy what you enjoy, please do. I just not for me. Moving
Right.
on. She-Hulk is kind of tanking for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started watching it with
This
Jill.
week's go ahead. Okay.
I did not watch episode number 4 yet. I've seen 1, 2, and 3, and Clifton is actually really enjoying it. And then with Jill, she's like, "Yeah, uh we watched episode 2 or 4 yesterday when you had to go do the passport stuff because I had to go get my passport for our vacation." And so I guess her and Clifton sat down and watched freaking the 4th episode without me, which is, in theory it's fine, but it's like, man, I
um
made her watch the last 3 episodes just to catch me up because she already saw them.
That's funny. No, I mean they're good. I do enjoy it, but I felt the 4th episode was like, I wouldn't say it was phoned in, but it feels like they could have done more, and it just felt like that was a little. That one
See,
didn't do it for me. Like the other
at
3
one
were
point,
good.
I remember turning to Jill saying, "I don't like it," because she keeps turning to the camera and doing the whole '90s cameo shit. I'm like, dude, this is so annoying. Like, yeah,
I,
okay, it had
I
its quirks at times, but there's a lot of it. I don't like that.
Yeah, I will admit that's there. That doesn't bug me so much. What bugged me about the most recent episode, and I'm trying not to spoil it for you, um, it just it felt weak. Like the last 3 episodes, really good storytelling, really funny, really enjoyable. Yes, it had that element you don't like, but I dug them. I like the episodes, and then this one, it's like, yeah, that's kind of how I felt. Like it just, it was there. It was all right. It was a good episode, but it wasn't as good as the other 3. So I felt kind of like, they've done better. So that's where I'm at with that one. I was informed recently that a lot of the shows that me and Kim watch are about to start very soon, like in the next week or 2. This show I'm really excited about because apparently there are a bunch of like, I don't know if they're special appearances or returns or what, but I have heard through the rumor mill of the internet NCIS is definitely going to see the return of Gibbs this season at some point. We're going to see the return of Tony DiNozzo. Whether that's a cameo for either one of those characters is unknown. Ziva also making an appearance this coming season. Like a lot of the main characters are coming back, which worries me because that makes me think, wait, are they doing like is this a series finale, like final season kind of thing? Because the only time they ever do something like this many characters returning, is when they're getting ready to flip the switch and end it, which would make sense. I mean, NCIS has been on the air almost 20 years now. Getting close. I mean, it's like what, 18, 19 years?
I mean, to be fair, I don't know. I've watched
Yeah,
a lot of them, most of them, but I honestly have no idea as to how long it's been on the air.
yeah. I mean, I'm excited for it regardless. Grey's Anatomy is supposed to start up. Like I told you before, Kim got me hooked on that shit. And that new season, which again is being touted potentially, it's not officially, but being touted as potentially the final season. Which, if it is, okay, hopefully it's a really good one. Because I went back over the summer and rewatched, the way I rewatch stuff is I just zip through most of the episodes and get the gist of what's happening. And so there's still a lot of story elements I'm just not aware of. And I probably have to go back and watch it all over again. But um I'm excited for that. There's a lot of stuff coming back that I'm excited for and looking forward to watching. The one show I'm not looking forward to, and I know that that's got like an October debut, is the fucking Mass Singer.
You're
I
not looking
really,
forward to it?
I'm not looking forward to it.
Why?
So when uh when the first season of the Masked Singer happened, I think it was the first season. It was the first or second. Um, I was with my ex, and the first episode I saw, like actually watched. I was sitting there with my ex's kids with her daughters, and we were watching it. And so when I watch it now, that memory of watching it with them still perks up, and it's not a bad thing. It's just I kind of feel empty after watching those shows, like on an emotional level, because there's still, as much as I hate to admit this, publicly at least, there's still that small attachment to the what ifs of that relationship. Because I did get very attached to my ex's kids. And the other day, I swear to God, I saw my ex at work and it freaked me the fuck out for like a good 5 seconds. I was sitting there going, "Oh fuck, no, oh, never mind." Because then I realized it wasn't her, and I was like, "Okay, good." My ex doesn't even live in Billings, thank God. Because if I did bump into her, I would probably lose my shit on a regular basis.
Well,
Moving.
yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
moving on. I
So
I I understand the aspect of X. Watching the Ring of Power, the new Lord of the Rings TV series on
mhm.
Amazon Prime. Watching that, there's a character in there that's a spitting image of one of my exes,
Oh God.
and I mean it's so the same that I actually went back and looked up her name to see if they were related. Like that's how much she looked like my ex, dude. Like for real.
That's
Like you
funny.
look at her now, and obviously it's it's age difference, it's life, like life is worn kind of things. But yeah, no, it was so freaking. She looks just like her.
That's creepy. That I don't think I would do well with. Like if I was watching a show that I really wanted to watch and enjoy, and that happened, I think I'd be like, "Mm, I don't know if I want to watch this show anymore."
Right.
So I don't know how that shit. I've heard good things about that show though. I've heard that it is really good.
It
I
is.
would definitely not watch it because it's just Lord of the Rings. That's not my bag.
Neither
But
was
I
Game of
might.
Thrones.
No, Game of Thrones, I like I said, okay, going back, I've never watched any of the Lord of the Rings films. I've seen clips, I've seen tidbits, I know the story, whatever. Never seen the movies, never gonna watch the movies. Kim is a fanatic for those movies, and she's like, "You need to watch them." And I go, "I tell you what, when you do this, I'll watch them." And she's like, "That's never happening." I go, "Then there you go." So that's where I stand on that.
Yeah.
She did watch the first episode finally, and she said, "I definitely can't watch this show until the rest are out, so I can watch it all in one sitting." And I'm all,
If you watch it at all.
No, she actually likes Lord of the Rings,
Oh,
so
okay. So
she
she
wants to
has
watch.
to wait so she
Yeah,
can binge it.
she wants to binge it because she doesn't
Got
want to
it.
wait to see what's coming next. And there is something rubbing my neck. Feels like a hair, and I'm like, I don't have any hair anymore. Why the fuck does it feel like that? Moving on. So yeah, she enjoyed it for what she saw. Um, she watches so much crap. And I say crap, not like it's crap. It's like she watches so much stuff that she tries to get me to watch this stuff with her, and I'm like, stop. Just let me enjoy what I enjoy. I can't watch the one thing I want to watch right now, and I
Which
hear it's
is
really, really good. I want to watch fucking Raw. I want to watch wrestling, dude. I've
oh,
heard since Triple H took over, the shows have been insanely better. And I'm all, I want to fucking watch it. Unfortunately,
you can't
I
watch
I
wrestling?
we don't have cable.
Ah.
And so my only option to watch it is either A, bootleg it, which I can't do that. I mean I could, but it's a pain in the ass. Or B, I have to get like a service like YouTube TV or something. My intention has always been, once my financial situation improved, to get YouTube TV. I've still planned to do that. Hopefully this week I plan to finally get YouTube TV and get started with that. Um, but the thing is, I was telling Kim what I want to do, and she starts freaking out. She's like, "We don't need that shit." I'm like, "You don't need it." I like having the ability to watch local television and to see programs that I can't get on streaming platforms, like wrestling, like football. And then as soon as I mentioned football, she's like, "Oh wait, we can watch football?" And I'm like, "Yeah, YouTube TV comes with NFL Game Pass." It does. How much does that cost? It's part of the fee. Oh, when are you getting that now? And I'm like, fuck, I'm still not gonna get to watch wrestling because she's gonna be watching fucking football. And so she's also a big fan of like basketball and like college like stuff. She's a big UCLA fan. And I told her with the YouTube Plus or the YouTube TV, you get all that. And she's like, yeah, yeah, you might have to get that. So I'm worried that she's gonna basically take over my TV. I don't have TV now, and I'm gonna lose it before I even fucking get it. Anyways,
Speaking of binge watching,
oh,
the new Cobra Kai came out on Netflix.
when did it it already came out?
It already came out like a week
Fuck,
ago.
dude.
I sat down Tuesday or Monday. I sat down on Monday at 10 a.m. and I binged it until 2:30 when I had or 2 o'clock when I had to go get my kids from school. I watched the entire season in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that show is rad. I'm just saying, that show is so fun to watch.
So here's what this one pisses me off. Kim's like, all right, let's watch Cobra Kai. but we have to go back and watch the first Karate Kid, the second Karate Kid, and the third one. And I'm like, no, you don't. Like, you don't need to watch those because you already seen them. You don't. I don't remember them. All right, when are we gonna watch them? Because I don't want to watch them. I just want to watch like this the show again.
So the
Rewatch
nice
them.
thing about Cobra Kai, if she hasn't seen it, the nice thing about it is
They
when they
explain everything.
reflect, yeah, when they reflect on the characters that are in the show and the situations and the what is the why, they do flashbacks of the films in the
Yeah,
show.
I know that. The thing is, like, she's adamant she wants to rewatch everything, and I'm like, then you sit down and rewatch these movies on your own, and when you're ready, we'll watch Cobra Kai. Okay, fine. I've already seen the first 3 seasons. I have been waiting to watch the last, what, 3 now that have come out, and I'm waiting for her to watch these fucking movies so we can watch Cobra Kai again, and so we can finally get caught up, and I'm sitting here, and each new season has come out, I'm like, "Baby, baby, baby, you need to go watch those fucking movies already because yeah, I want you to watch them with me." That's not gonna happen. I don't want to watch those movies again. Like, I watched them a lot as a kid. I'm good. I don't need to see them for the 500th time. I'm fine. I just want to watch this. So
Yeah.
I've heard it's getting each season gets better and better and better with that, right?
Dude, it's so rad. It is so rad. They bring back so many people
Yeah, I know,
and
I
the
know, I know.
storyline behind all of it. Dude, it's rad. There was even a character they brought back. I'm like, I don't remember him at all from the movies. Not even a little bit.
Okay,
And then
so
they did a flashback of him. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about that. You know what I mean?
yeah. So did you hear, like, I think it was last week or last weekend at D23, they officially announced, I mean, it'd been previously announced, well, tentatively announced, but it's now officially happening and they filmed it already, and that's the next and final Indiana Jones. They actually at D23 showed like, I wouldn't say a trailer, but like a teaser using footage from the new film, and they brought back a lot of the original characters that were in those movies. So I'm excited for that. They brought back the kid from, I think it was the third Indiana Jones. He's gonna be in it. He has like a small role. I don't know. I don't. Sean Connery passed away, didn't he?
I don't remember.
Oh, because I heard that
I don't
they.
remember.
I'm horrible at that one. I swear to God, I thought he passed away. Um, I've got to look. Fuck this. I
I
have to
am
confirm
too.
that one. Hang on. And survey
Sean
says,
Connery.
yep, he passed away in 2020. Yeah, he died at the age of 90. Damn. Well, I know that they're definitely going to make a reference to that. I also know they're having a reference to Shia LaBeouf's character from the last George Lucas Indiana Jones film that they did. That one I did not like. I hate to admit it. I did not like that one. That one felt kind of forced. But I'm looking forward to it because it is apparently the final. That's it. This is it. They're not making another one with Harrison Ford. This will be the last time he's Indiana Jones. And speaking of final, have you seen Jurassic Park Dominion, by the way?
Uh-oh. Nope.
You gotta
No, I
watch it.
have
If
not.
you watch, did you watch any of the other ones?
I watched the original ones, and then I watched, I think, the first one with
Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt.
Yeah. I recommend you watch the second one that he was in and then watch this one. They're good. I liked them. This last one, man, all the fucking feels. The only thing that would have made that movie better is if the kids had come back, but I think they came back in the second one that Chris Pratt was in. So I'm not entirely sure. But
See, my understand. Oh, you mean like the kids from the new
from the
ones?
from the very first film.
Oh, see, I was under the understanding that they are in this one.
No,
Are you sure?
they are not in Dominion. They do not appear in Dominion. They appeared in, I think that the boy, I think they appeared in it in the second Chris Pratt film, but they definitely aren't in Dominion. Dominion brought back Jeff Goldblum, um, the original doctors, the archaeologists, and that was pretty much it. Like, there's no other original cast that came back. I thought they were going to bring back the actress that played the daughter in the second one, Jeff Goldblum's character's daughter. I don't remember all the names, so that's the thing. The character names, but I thought they were going to bring her back. They did not. I think that's the only character that hasn't been in more than one film. That and the girlfriend from that movie. I can't remember the name of the actress that played that role, but yeah. The Jeff Goldblum I was totally caught off guard with. I didn't know that was happening. But there are so many fucking callbacks to the original movie in the final one that it's, yeah. I recommend you check it out. You will absolutely be like, "Oh shit, yeah, yeah, I remember this. This is definitely a callback to that." Um, it's so good. So well done. Uh, Definitely enjoyed it. Which brings me to the last like entertainment thing I want to talk about today. Have you seen Thor: Love and Thunder yet?
No, I heard that movie was a joke, but I'm still gonna watch it. But no,
Okay,
I have
I'm going
not
to tell
seen
you
it.
right now. It definitely doesn't feel like the Marvel films that we've had. It feels like this was just a Thor movie to set up some other stuff, but to have some fucking fun. And that's exactly what it is. It's just a fun movie. You don't have to worry about knowing anything. You don't have to really worry about it because they do make a good effort to explain what's going on. But ultimately, it's just a fun fucking movie and it sets up a bunch of shit coming down the line. That's it. And it does a really good job of it. It was fun. I saw it with Kim I think we watched it on Saturday or Sunday, I'm not sure which. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it the hell out of it. It was a fun little movie. It was absolutely worth it. Uh I recommend you check it out as soon as you can. It's on Disney Plus, so if you have Disney Plus, go and check it out. Apparently, Disney is thinking about a Disney Prime kind of thing where you get everything that's in Disney Plus, but you also get all this extra bonus stuff as well. Like basically, it would include all of the DVD and Blu-ray features and specials and all that shit. And then there'd be completely exclusive content that's there when movies come out too. That's the other thing. Is like when a movie comes out, it'll be on the Disney Prime program as well. But it's not going to be $9.99 a month. It's like they want like 30 or $40 a month for it. And I don't know if I can justify that price tag for the lack of content that they currently have out or coming out. There's big gaps in a lot of the like Pixar and Disney and even Marvel and all that stuff. Like there's just not enough coming out in the next year that is exclusively in theaters for me to go, yeah, okay, I could justify that. There's so much going to Disney Plus. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm already getting it. So why am I going to spend more just for what day and date of the movie coming out? I can watch it at home, pay an extra 20 to $30 more for just one like extra feature. Nah, but we'll see. I mean, they may choose the timing of release to be just perfect and people will do it. I know if they do it enough for me, I'll definitely do it. But almost time to wrap up here. Actually, we did start a little bit late, but not by much. Um,
Real quick to touch on the kids from the Jurassic Park movie, I just looked that up. Neither
okay.
kid was in any other Jurassic Park movie after the second Jurassic Park movie.
Oh wow. I thought the boy had made a cameo in
Nope.
the last one. Oh, guess I was wrong.
Nope. He wasn't in any other Jurassic Park movie. Like he did both people. So the girl, her last film was 2013, and it wasn't anything Jurassic Park related. And then the boys also same thing, not Jurassic Park related. The only other thing he was in that was recent was the Bohemian Rhapsody, and then
Mm,
TV series. And I guess now he's doing another thing that's post production.
right on. So just to touch on this real quick, at some point after you get back from your vacation, because we need to go over that real quick before we end the show. Um, you and I definitely need to sit down, hopefully on a day we both have off. Hopefully by the time you get back, my schedule opens up a little more and I have like Tuesdays off. But we definitely need to get back onto Destiny together because yeah, I definitely want to get you back into this. And I haven't played with you in a really long time and I want to. So hopefully sometime in the next few weeks our schedules align perfectly and we can do just that. But but yeah, so for those of you that weren't here last week, we did touch on this a little bit last week. Next week's episode is not going to be happening. Jimmy G is going on vacation with his wife. They're
Ooh.
going to Cancun, correct?
Yep, correct. And it turns out that Wednesday might actually be the day that I go to Chintanista, which
Mm-hmm.
is the Mayans, Aztecs pyramids down there in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, this is the time of year, and I can't remember what the heck it's called, but it's almost like the Northern Lights in Alaska, but it's along the equator. I can't remember what it's called, but when this time frame hits at the right moment, um, you can actually see a figure or what looks like a figure climbing the steps of the pyramid in Chichen
Oh,
Itza.
that's fucking cool.
Um, but chances are it's going to be completely sold out to go partake in that. I'm going to try just to see, but because it's like a once in a lifetime thing, you know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you get to participate in that, and hopefully you get to enjoy yourself. But we aren't doing the podcast next week. I will be streaming next Wednesday. We will be back with another episode in 2 weeks. And that episode is probably going to be mostly us talking about Jimmy's trip and anything else that we can think of. And we may even go a little bit longer. We may start earlier that week just to kind of really fill out the fact that we are not doing one next week. So just wanted to put that out there to you guys. I should mention I have not talked to Jimmy G about starting early in
No,
2 weeks
I'm
either.
completely fine with it. Like I take my kids to school and then I'm home and essentially waiting for you until you're ready,
Yeah.
and I get home at 8:30 in the morning or close to 9 o'clock in the morning.
But yeah,
So
definitely we should definitely do that. We should the our next episode, we should start maybe half hour early, maybe go an extra half hour if you have the time. Again, I know Wednesdays are the one day you try to have free to game with Rev. So I
well,
don't
that's
want to take
it's
away
more
from that.
so he and I don't really game so much until after I get the kids from school, and they get out of school
Okay.
at 12:30/1. So anytime between 10 and noon really is like fair game to do stuff.
Okay.
Usually, um, in some small situations where he's not doing anything, we may have like a half an hour of game time, and then I have to sign off to go get the kids, and then I sign back on and I get home. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I
it
get you.
really is a up in the air kind of thing. So if we wanted our podcast to go longer, it'll be fine.
Okay. Well, then that's what we'll aim to do. We'll aim to start about a half hour earlier in 2 weeks, and I don't know if we'll still end at 11 o'clock Pacific time, but we may go a little bit longer that episode, but definitely going to start early. So there you go. 2 weeks from now, we're going to start at 9:30 a.m. on the Pacific. Pacific
Coast.
We're going to start at 9. We're going to start at 9:30 Pacific in the morning, and we might go a little past 11 Pacific as well. But dude, my brain just cannot work right now. I don't know what's going on. I am fucking fading. I think it's because I'm hungry. But that's going to do it for this week, you guys. I thank you. We thank you for joining us once again for another episode. As one last time, a reminder, no episode next week. We will be back in 2 weeks, and we will be going long for those that weren't fully paying attention, and just so I can bury it in my mind. Because I legit this week thought, wait, is he gone this week or next week? And then I saw you pop on. I'm like, oh, no, it's next week. Okay, good. So yeah. So we will see you guys again in 2 weeks' time. Jimmy, enjoy your trip, sir. I hope you have fun. Don't drink water. Don't drink the water.
Free booze, bro. Free booze.
Enjoy it. But we will see you guys next time. Until then, adios.